Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just trying to figure out how to. Go here. It's live. It's excellent. Put the docs up and let's get that chat going. Okay. Eventually, I'm gonna figure out how to make this thing pop the way I need to make it pop. As far as getting these support icons and engaging with my audience. Go start a community. Go for super chats and gifts. Some ideas. Stream again on Friday. So okay, so check it out. I'm exploring how to get these super chats going in preparation for tomorrow morning's um, morning bell. I haven't really decided on a name, but we're gonna do some market buys with Coinbase. Get everybody amped up and get everybody ready to get into this financial world that we need to be taking part of. There are some big things on the horizon for XRP. I know that I feel that in my heart. I've already made some cash off of that. The goal here is to at least share what I've learned thus far, because I'm not no financial expert, but I am an IT expert. And what I want to do is get people familiar with the exchanges so that when you are ready to start trading and you're ready to start buying options or buying crypto, whatever it is that you're going to be purchasing, you know what you're doing. A lot of times people want to get into the market, but they really don't have any idea of where to begin, what to start at. I'm learning so many things at one time. Like I'm trying to figure out how to do this streaming stuff. Again, I got a background in IT, so the fact that you're seeing this video means that I did a lot of research on my own to get the equipment, get everything set up. I'm streaming on both Facebook and YouTube right now. Once I get the hang of this, I'm going to add a maybe a Twitch account. Um, my target demographic and my according to my analytics has always been people over the age of 44. Now, this is not just for people 44 and up. I do have a lot of younger individuals who want to learn different things, so we're good on that. I just need to get information from that younger crowd because they know how to set up all this business side of streaming, how to get monetized. I've got tons of subscribers, but I'm not monetized like that. I figured out some things recently, but as far as me making some significant income off of my subscribers, it has eluded me. I'm hoping that changes with this. What I'm going to try to do is make sure that the information I'm putting out is relevant to what we got going on. I'm going to open up some chats. I'm going to open up super chats. I'm going to try to figure out what it's going to do. I'll stream again on Friday. I'll play a rhythm game without any sound. Hosting a community gaming night. Okay. Okay. All right. That's a good idea. Get 1 extra hour of live streaming when you reach the goal. I'll do a stream where we explore more. Okay. Got it. I'll do a stream on Friday for crypto at 8 p.m. All right. Let's see what we got going on. I'll get some targets going on. Cool. So if I start hitting my targets um on these super chats, then I'll go ahead and we'll get into some more stuff on some different exchanges. Like we're gonna start off with Coinbase and Uphold. I got Webull. I'm doing a tutorial tomorrow, private tutorial for somebody who purchased over $1,000 worth of crypto, or what she thinks was crypto, on crypto.com. And I'm thinking from what she explained that she actually got some derivatives. And we're going to get into all of those different side purchases because a lot of people are going out learning what they can learn or doing things on their own, and they don't have any guardrails, and they're getting into things and they're getting discouraged and they're getting confused and they want to get out. So this person's about to pull that $1,000 out and just I don't know. I don't know because I think she bought some derivatives, and the process of getting derivatives off of that app is very difficult, very difficult, and time consuming. You know, I took some of my gains off on Webull one time. It took over a week for those funds to settle, and that's the difference between buying derivatives and cashing those out because you got to report that as an entirely different process versus just taking your crypto out. Um, we got a lot to go over. I've been doing this for about a year or two now, and I'm learned a lot. I want to start sharing that so that we can get familiar with terminologies. I've been to a couple of different paid sites, people selling information, booking classes, and they're not educators or whatever, but they have some success in doing what they do, which is trading stocks. They've put in the time. They know what they're talking about, but they are so enamored with keeping the conversation at a particular level that they are using their own terminology when it comes to certain things, like trading signals. They're not explaining what those terms mean, only to find out that that's not an actual term within trading. Um, then mixing it in with things that don't sound familiar to you, and those terms are actual trading terminology. But again, without giving any explanation, you could be getting a lot of information that is only shared in that group, and that's not helpful to your growth. For instance, if I say in the money, right? That's an actual term when it comes to trading options. When I say a stop limit order, um, that is an actual action where you can set your purchases to stop buying at a particular price point. And they were using something else. And that kind of threw me off because it can act confusing. Like, if you can follow what I'm just saying just now, somebody just gave you a word that you never heard of before. You don't have any context of it, and they're expecting you to kind of understand what's going on, and you don't understand unless you've been around a group. It's just like walking into a new group of friends, and they've got their own terminology over this neighborhood versus what you got going on from what neighborhood you came from, or whatever. And it's a learning curve. You have to start with a baseline. Got to understand what people are talking about before you jump in and start thinking you're going to be a super profitable day trader or whatever. Let's make sure we get our terminology right. So whenever I say something, challenge me. Make sure that you understand what is being said and what I'm talking about, and ask some questions. I'm going to keep these super chats going and make sure that we know what's good, what's popping. I'm going to put another poll out here. Which exchange would you like me to uh, go over next? Let's say hold Coinbase, Webull, Kraken. All right, we're going to go ahead and put those up. So there's going to be a poll out there. So tonight I've learned how to do some polls. I learned how to put some targets out for super chats. And we're going to try to get this thing off the ground. We need to start making some headway. Now I'm looking at this live stream on one of my screens, and it's a little bit laggy, like a lot like it's a minute behind. As I continue my journey, my learning journey, I'm going to keep adding to my repertoire. Yeah. So I can start getting what's going on. yeah, as I continue to learn how to stream and how to get this thing on, we're gonna add more and more goals towards what we're doing. But again, I seem to be rambling on, but I just want to get online and just talk about what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna probably start it off at 8:30. We're gonna do an opening bell, and we're gonna talk about probably even trade station, or actually no, we're gonna specifically leave it at market buys. We're gonna talk about market buys first thing in the morning, um, before we even get into doing any trading. I'm just gonna get you all some basics, and we're gonna start doing this early every Thursday and Friday. We're gonna try to do it like that, and we'll work our way into trading um, more information, trading information, so we can start taking advantage of what's going on in these markets. The days of getting out in these streets and hustling is over. Y'all need to be on these PCs. Get you a tablet. You can do it on a tablet, but I want you guys to really get familiar with PCs because you're going to need more area. I got 2 screens here. I'm probably going to get 2 more, and I'm going to just cover my wall with it so I can start, really, really getting into my bag when it comes to this kind of stuff, man. I'm just so ready. I'm so ready to blow up. It's not even funny. So yeah, it is 11:45 right now. I've been rambling about absolutely nothing, but I do want to keep the focus on what we got going on, which is to set some times, and I'm saying Thursdays, Fridays, for market warnings. Um, and we're going to start doing it like that. Go ahead, get to the shop, get to the store. I got my merchandise ready. I started making my cups with my bull and my bear logos. I got shirts with the bull logo on it, bull markets. I'm doing my thing. So it's I want us to start off the morning, cup of coffee. We do what we do. You know what I mean? And sit down and learn something with me. Sit down and learn something with me. Learn with me, because I don't know it all. And I'm going to be the first to say that. But I want to make sure we learn together. And if you got questions on, buying crypto, buying options, stock option contracts, we're going to start answering those questions. We're going to start getting the information and answering them. That's just how I learn. It's a good way for me to sharpen my skills while sharing with somebody else. We got to start pooling our interests, really. My ultimate goal is to get people to get enough money up for themselves. And maybe we start pooling some of this money and building some infrastructure um, in our respective cities. Like, my goal is to get me a brick and mortar store so I can do some of the things that I want to do. I don't want to just keep, you know, depending on a single paycheck, a single revenue stream. That's not it. Especially closer and closer we get to retirement, we need to be passing on this information to our kids so that they know. And my 14-year-old son is already asking me about, you know, what the difference is between um, owning and renting. Real talk. And he asked me about equity because I let him know that there's equity in the home that I have that I plan on leaving to him and his sister. So that's what it is, bro. If you're not on that, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what to tell you. I got a lot of people who have made it thus far and still don't have a clue. We know a lot of people who are in bad ways right now. We got to do what we can to get ourselves up, keep ourselves lifted up, and keep this thing going. So again, um, I'm gonna go ahead, drop the link, go over to the Two Nice Ujama YouTube page, check on any video, click on the links, go to my store, shop, get you a cup on order, coffee cup, start drinking coffee with your boy. I got other cups, some 413 cups. I got my 4C Web Cafe cups. I'm doing my thing. You know, got a heat press so I can make my own shirts. You know what I mean? You see it, and that's just gonna be how I rock out at this point in time. So make sure you are tuned in tomorrow, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna make sure I get a good night's sleep. It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and log off, and we're gonna see how this thing develops. We may start talking about some other stuff, but for right now, I'm gonna make sure we up and running on some good ish. Um, Also, let me see how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put in another. What is this? What is this? My YouTube cash, principal dollars. Okay, that's that video captured by cool left monitor. All right, let's do this. Okay. Guess I could do it like that. Yeah, I figured we could do it like that. All right, let's see if that works out. So tomorrow I'm gonna be able to toggle back and forth between that, and hopefully y'all be able to see what's going on. Oh, that's dope. Okay, yeah, so I could do both of them. Yeah, I guess that'll work. That's pretty dope. So I got a picture in picture. All right. Think I might be ready for us. All right, so make sure you're tuning in tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing cracking. It's the 4C Web Cafe with Twan. We're gonna be